Welcome to Eat Sleep Nerd, a podcast where you can check out, go AFK, and relax with us as we discuss all things nerd. Comic books, video games, movies, TV shows, and anything else that gets geeks more worked up than Link every time he gets called Zelda.
In this episode, we discuss Disney consolidating their streaming apps, new Mortal Kombat 12 info, CW TV show cancellations, Dungeons & Dragons getting a 24-hour streaming channel, AI taking your order at Wendy's, and more. Welcome to episode number 57. I am your dorky DJ, Corey Winter, and as always, I am joined by my nerdy brother Josh Winter and our geeky friends Jason Summer and Christian James.
Meow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a very uncertain meow.
Meow? Meow?
It was a very curious meow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't think we would start this episode with meows, but okay. All right. How you guys doing?
Meow.
You haven't met me then.
Do I look like a cat to you? Am I going on nimbly bimly from limb to limb?
So, how you guys doing, meow?
Good meow.
We just said that right, meow.
Pretty good meow.
I want the audience to know this is actually our third take on this episode, so we're starting it off strong with meows. We're not sure how we decided this was the best take, but here we are.
We still don't know
We
if
still
it's
haven't
gonna
done
be
a
it.
fourth take.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not sure yet because there may be more takes.
There may be more takes.
It's like the overtime rules for hockey. At what point do you just stop?
Do you remember those rules? Because you told us about that.
Okay, so it's like flipping wild. So it's like if you get to fifth overtime, they drop the second puck, and there's two pucks.
What?
Like a multi-ball?
Yeah, and then if you make it to like seventh overtime, every pair of players gets a puck. So there's 5 pucks on the ice.
That's
or something like
insane.
That's absurd.
that. Here's the coolest one.
Yeah, it gets better.
Okay.
If you make it to 8th overtime in hockey, they open. This has never happened before. They open an envelope with the overtime rules that has been sealed since the founding of the NHL back in the 1800s.
Which are probably ridiculous by now.
Or 1923? It's either the late 1800s or the early 1900s.
This is not a sports podcast. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
But the point is,
That's crazy.
no one even knows what the rule is. It's sealed
Wow.
in an envelope.
Hmm.
So yeah,
At what point do you just call it a draw?
overtime 9.
Yeah.
I was about to say, even soccer knows when to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do like they do kind of a they do like a penalty time recovery,
Mm.
right?
Something like that.
And what?
At the end of the game, and then like it's not actually the 90 minutes. It's actually you get like another 8 minutes or something depending on how many
Oh, in
penalties.
soccer?
And
Yeah, well, they go to extra time, so it's 15-minute
Football.
halves instead of
Okay.
30-minute halves. So if you finish that, then you go to penalty shootout.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, it's wrapped
In
up.
Quidditch,
I was going to say, for all of our nerds that are listening, I promise this is not a sports podcast. We never talk sports.
Never.
So I'm not sure what's
But
happening.
I think that was worth it.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of crazy. That was neat.
Yeah, Corey made us watch
So-
the Braves for a little bit. So.
You're welcome. Although I think they're losing right now. So. All right, that's enough of sports talk.
enough of this nonsense.
Sports ball.
How are you guys doing?
I'm so tired.
Oh, have some bang.
I'm good.
I got more. I got
Eat
like a,
Sleep Nerd,
got like a-
brought to you by Bang.
I got like
And
16
Pepsi.
cans in there if you-
16?
It was a weird pack. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't.
Sick. What?
Yeah,
That seems like a lot.
it
This
was
is
a
a
lot.
perfect time to
It was a
reiterate,
lot.
like one a day, bro.
I only have one thing.
Probably like half a day.
Just letting you know, Monster energy drinks put me in the cardio unit. Just letting you know.
Boom.
It's not a joke. That's a real thing.
Yeah,
True story.
like
it
it happens.
literally,
True story.
it literally thickens your blood.
I'm sipping. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. So,
Yes.
all of you nerds out there, we have some news for you about our show.
Oh.
Every time I hear that,
Oh.
I'm hearing "War" in my head by whoever.
What is it
was.
good for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh!
yeah.
Wait, wasn't the band called War?
Absolutely
I don't
nothing.
I don't actually know the name.
No,
of the
it
song.
was War by
War.
Was it?
It's by War. That's the
Yeah.
name of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's "War" by War.
Yeah, because they also do what? Why can't we be friends?
Oh,
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
well, look at that.
Got it right.
All right. So anyway, we had a podcast development meeting this past week, and we made some plans for the future of this show. Not just the podcast, but our channel as a whole. And we have some exciting things to show off to you guys in the near future. But for right now, we only have one thing that we want to tell you that we have solidified. We have plans that are being put in motion as we speak. So the first thing that we have for you guys is that going forward, in most cases, we're going to be separating our reviews into their own separate episodes. So
we're going to have multiple episodes a week?
We're going to have multiple episodes a week.
It's a brand, y'all.
Good Lord, that was so loud.
Sorry.
So,
Eat
yes.
Sleep Nerd is growing.
Yes, we are growing as a little brand. So, whenever we have a movie review, we're going to be having a separate video on YouTube. Anytime we have a recurring weekly TV show, well, not every time, but most times we will be having a weekly recap video series on our YouTube channel. So, for example, coming up, one of our big reviews for the Flash movie, that will be its own separate video alongside our weekly Tuesday episodes that will not be changing. So going forward, our main Tuesday episodes will be just news and whatever random geeky conversations we have to discuss that week. So no more spoilies in our main show.
Right. Now, I do want to, the way that we talked about it, I want to warn people, we may be in the same clothes for several different episodes.
No, that's...
Oh, that's editing magic. I'm sorry.
No.
Joke's on you. I wear the same clothes every day.
It's called a uniform.
Uniform.
But yes, so that's going to be more content, but the same content just kind of split up into separate videos. So if you're trying to avoid spoilers for something you have not seen yet but want to, you can actually very easily avoid that kind of stuff. So going forward, Tuesday episodes will not have any spoilers whatsoever.
It'd be a lot like this.
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
Yeah. So
Since 23.
Reduced fat.
With that in mind, let's go ahead and get into some programming notes about things we have coming up. Possibly, we're not gonna commit yet because the next 2 months, June and July, are stacked in terms of movies and the bank's coming back up in terms of movies and television shows. So June especially is stacked on the movie front.
But bear in mind, we're agenda fluid.
Right.
T-shirt coming soon.
Hey, that was mine.
Yeah. So these are things we may or may not cover, but we're going to try our darndest. So in June, first thing coming up is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, coming out June 2nd. We have Transformers Rise of the Beasts, coming out June 9th, which I don't think any of us are actually excited about. So we have the big one, The Flash, coming out June 23rd.
I'm Batman.
I'm so stoked.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 levels of reviews for us.
Yeah, and going into this, even now, I want to remind everybody how stoked I've been for the last year about the return of Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, me and Jason are Keaton Batman stands.
Right.
I think Josh is too. Oh, okay.
We've talked.
Right.
Yeah, he's a Batfleck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You want to get nuts?
But Josh's favorite is Frank Miller's Dark Knight.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, Jason, you've been listening.
He does listen.
Aww.
Just like I know his favorite Superman is Christopher Reeve.
Right.
Yeah.
And your favorite Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield's.
Okay.
And I don't think we've gone into yours, Christian.
Mine is Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds?
Oh,
See, I like that movie. I like that movie.
Ryan Reynolds hates you for saying it.
It's worth it. Because, he's been the only one.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
By default. And then one more movie in June. Another big one, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, coming out June 30th. Another big one for us.
We are destined to watch it.
Yeah. Yes. Take 3 is already off to a much better start. So, getting into July, 3 more movies that are on our radar. The first one, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, coming out July 12th. Barbie, maybe July 21st. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to see it.
Yeah, we have.
I'm going to see it.
After all the hype, we kind of had to.
I mean, I'm not so inclined to see it.
I mean, it has Michael Cera in it. So you have to see it.
Did you just try to pull like the least famous of the famous actors in this?
That actually kind of made me want to watch it less.
Oh, he's.
I mean,
well,
it's like I thought you were gonna be like, it's got Ryan Gosling in it,
Yeah,
or Margot Robbie. Is it Robbie or Robbie?
Robbie.
Robbie.
It has Shang-Chi in it too.
Oh,
It does.
it does. I've never seen his face.
What is his name? Sim. I'm not gonna try.
Sullivan.
Sim Lu
Yeah, that.
something.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
All right. One more movie in July. Oppenheimer, also coming out July 21st. So that's going to be a fun one.
Did you know Robert Downey Jr. is in that?
Yes.
Everybody's in this movie.
Well,
Literally
true.
everybody.
But
yes,
I
Oppenheimer.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Is Christian Bale in it?
He plays the bomb. Went totally method.
I'm Bomb Man.
No, that,
Apparently, yeah, Christopher Nolan did like some huge, massive special effect for the bomb.
like actually blow up a
scene.
nuclear weapon.
Like the dynamite equivalent
Of a nuclear bomb. Yeah.
of a nuclear blast.
gonna be seeing the crap out of
Yeah,
that
I
one.
can't wait to see that. Yeah.
And then in the TV show side of things that I think we're pretty solid on definitely going to be covering these, but maybe not on a weekly basis. We'll see how it plays out. But in June, we have Star Trek Strange New World Season 2, June 15th. Woo! That is a weekly show, so one episode per week. So this is going to be one of those shows that we're going to try. We're going to experiment doing a weekly recap video specifically for Strange New World. So after that,
And timely, like that night or the next day.
Yeah. So if these episodes drop on Thursday, which I believe they are, we're going to be doing our darndest. And we're not setting it in stone yet. We're going to see how our schedules play out, but we're going to try our darndest to be posting our review recap videos the following Friday. So one day after the episode airs.
Woo!
So we'll see if we can stick to that. But
Woo!
I'm feeling good about it.
So Josh, do you think we should do something special while we're doing these recaps?
Yes, but it'll be a surprise.
Okay, we're gonna surprise that. Okay, all right.
But how many episodes does season 1 have?
It was either 10 or 11.
Yeah,
We just said like 4 different numbers, but okay.
12.5.
I'm pretty sure it was 10.
I thought it was 9. It's somewhere around there.
Well, I have 9 more episodes to go to finish.
All right.
I'd like to take this time to point out that back when the original Star Trek came out, it had 30 plus episodes a season.
Well, good for it.
I'm just saying, why can't we have that? We need to pump these numbers up.
Well, these writers are on the street now, so there's that.
Oh,
Get back to work.
Wow.
Wow.
10 episodes.
Eat, sleep, nerd does
Season
not
1. 10
come
episodes.
down.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was how many?
10.
10
10?
My ear.
and 10 episodes for season 2. I said 10. Thank you.
No, Josh is just being silly over here.
Yes. And then also in June, we have Secret Invasion, the new MCU Nick Fury show.
I'm hyped for that.
Coming out.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
That's also a weekly one. I don't know how many episodes, but I know it's weekly and it's starting on June 21st.
I'm not.
Get out.
I'm just not.
What?
Get out.
What's
Get
wrong?
out.
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? It's Nick freaking Fury. Get out.
He's entitled to his wrong opinion.
Okay, I'm super excited to see 85-year-old Sam Jackson shuffling around,
I don't know how.
screaming he's tired of these mother
I
effing
don't know how we got
aliens
how
on
we
this
get
mother
here.
effing planet.
Wait, how old is Jean-Luc?
Oh, right.
Okay.
He's like
He's also like
81,
80 something.
82. Yeah.
And if he had been any older, that show would have been unwatchable. Like, it broke my heart a little bit. Like, that's just not how I remember Picard. Yeah. But I guess that's kind of the point. Anyway,
But Sam Jackson's timely, man.
timeless.
Yeah, that one.
And then in July, we have Twisted Metal. This is the TV show based on the video game that we did a little live reaction to the trailer a couple weeks ago.
Anthony Mackie.
Yes, this is a 10-episode series, and all 10 episodes dropping on July 27th, Netflix style.
Oh, wow.
I believe it's on Peacock.
Peacock?
Is that correct?
Yes,
But they're
Peacock.
doing it
Yeah.
Netflix style.
So I believe we'll be talking about that one.
So we're gonna get like 8 episodes, and they're gonna cancel the rest of it.
Oh.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Oh, maybe. And then on the video game side of things, not too much coming up the next couple months that we're really interested in, but are a couple of things. I want to review the new Lego 2K Drive game for some reason, coming out on May 19th.
Because it's Lego?
Yes, but it's a driving game. So like, I don't know. It's from the people that made like 2K basketball games, so it could be pretty good.
Oh, interesting.
And then Warhammer 40K Bolt Gun. This is the game that Josh talked about a few months ago that he was intrigued by. So he might be playing that one.
It's Warhammer 40K Doom.
Yeah. So I mean,
So what's the bolt gun part of it?
Doom.
So I'm
Bolt
glad
action?
you asked. No, the weapons in 40K are mostly referred to, with a few exceptions, as bolters or bolt guns. And in the lore, they don't use magazines with bullets in them. Instead, there's a solid chunk of material that they put into the gun, and the mechanism inside shaves off a piece of that material into a bolt and then launches it.
Interesting.
That sounds.
So it's like you put like an ignit of metal in there.
Are you trying to say ingot?
Ingot, yes.
I had no idea what he was saying.
Ignid.
So you put an Ingrid of
That's a very me thing to say. So I don't feel your pain. I do feel your pain.
It's okay. I was entirely too old when I figured out that it's not eternal organs.
Internal
It's
organs.
your organs. So
They last forever.
No. I deserve every bit of that. Don't try to make me feel better. I've been around long enough to where I should have been saying that right. Anyway, moving on.
And then one more game, maybe. We'll see if Jason, the Final Fantasy fan, is interested in the new Final Fantasy 16. I believe I'm reading those Roman numerals correctly.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yes.
All right.
super
No, that's coming out.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, so I can't say one thing.
when is
about it yet.
Starfield? When is the new Starfield date?
September.
September?
Yep.
So I got a few months before I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And then, as far as programming notes go, there is something we need to mention about our last episode. A little correction of sorts.
Yeah.
It's a monumental moment in our show's history.
Yes.
Josh was wrong. Is there a sound clip for this?
What?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, we got to make that
There's no sound for this unprecedented situation.
I was thinking taps, maybe, but
It caused us to be so quiet you could hear a pin drop.
so on the last episode, Jason asked us about sci-fi novels, things that we thought were influential in making movies and TV shows. Josh, you mentioned, what is it, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. And our father, who listens to every single episode, hi, Dad, while he was listening, turned to our mother and said, I'm pretty sure that the first military submarine was used in the Civil War, and it was in 1863. And he Googled it, and it was 1864. So he was very close. But the point is that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea came out in 1870, either 2 or 4. I don't remember. I think it's 1874.
Something like that.
And so the submarine was a real thing, and it predated the novel. However, the 20,000 Leagues vessel was still incredibly advanced for what he was writing about. It was electric powered, things like that. Yeah, like it still set the stage. However, I overcredited Mr. Verne.
Yeah.
With his contribution to the idea.
I did look him up. He is still very well regarded as a very innovative writer in terms of the technology he mentions in his books.
Yeah.
So,
but
like
fundamentally,
from the Earth to the moon.
Yeah. But fundamentally, I was wrong.
Josh was.
Now, there should be a better sound for this.
No, I like the dumpster fire for Josh.
Just because I'm such a proponent for the dumpster fire.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
this was,
I like the you chose poorly.
Oh yeah, we could do that one.
Right, that one. Or
poorly.
I was also thinking like Luke screaming no when Obi-Wan's head got chopped off.
Or when Darth Vader yelled no.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen ever.
Literally the only time I laughed in a Star Wars movie was that.
That is one big pile of shit.
I gotta believe that one again. All right, so Jason, we have one geeking out thing that we want to
Yes.
talk about this episode, and it is
Mhm.
your review of,
Right.
let me see if I can get this right, Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC.
That's correct. Good job.
Wow.
Nicely done.
That's a
Third
lot of
try.
words.
Yes. So the Horizon Zero. Dang it. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is the second game in the series, and then it had this Burning Shore downloadable content DLC, which continued the story. And it's basically just like a big side quest for Aloy, and this takes you to the remains of San Francisco and the remains of Los Angeles, that area. And the big earthquake had happened maybe several times actually. It's like all volcanic and everything now. Hence the Burning Shores. And you've got one more bad guy that kind of slipped through your fingers that you have to go chase after. And the way that he's trying to do his thing will completely poison and irradiate the entire region, killing off everybody and everything.
Pleasant.
So you have to go chase this guy down. You meet new people. It actually continues the story and adds to the lore of the overall main story that will help lead into the third game, which I think was really smart. And then Aloy has to fight one of the biggest, baddest bosses that I've fought in the Horizon series. It was a long, drawn out fight, and you had to go about it in different ways, and it, even being overpowered, it was still difficult, which I thought was really great. So really good download. Highly recommend it. Give it a 5 out of 5.
Nice.
The
Maybe.
coveted Jason Summer, 5 out of 5.
Which is pretty strong.
I really
for-
like the series too, honestly.
True. But also, that's a strong score for DLC. I mean, so
It's pretty solid.
It sounds like they didn't phone it in, which is good.
No. In fact, it really felt a lot like the rest of the game. It's beautiful. The additional storyline was pretty good. And you could probably get it done in 3 to 5 hours, easy, if you just try to plow right through it. But I would say there's easily another 10 to 15 hours of gameplay if you want to do all the side quests and everything.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Not bad for $20.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you think there's going to be more?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a planet killing event that can still occur.
All right.
That Aloy and her team of misfit post-apocalyptic barbarian type people will need to fight.
Road Warriors.
Oh,
Is that why the shore is burning?
No, that's from the volcano. Were
No,
you even
that's from
listening?
the volcanoes. Which, thanks for listening to what I was talking about, Christian, because I mentioned it. But whatever.
He literally said that's why the
I don't know if you deserve those sunglasses anymore.
Oh, God.
So that was Horizon Zero Burning Dawn Shores.
I was
Right,
listening, but there was a word in there that caught me off guard.
Which
that
was?
I feel like you've been up north too long.
What word?
over there. in
You
Idaho.
said fought.
Fought.
Oh, fought?
Oh,
Fought.
No. Okay, so...
The baddest boss I ever fought.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So...
It's not what you said. It's how you said it.
Right. Yeah, so both my parents were from New York City. Yeah. So
makes
there
sense.
is some of an influence of the
Little-
New York accent. A little bit.
Little bridge and tunnel there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, I dig it.
Yeah.
It's like Black
Alright.
Boss.
All right. I'm going
Like
to cut you
what?
guys off right there. So,
Okay.
let's move into the meat of the show. Do you guys want to get into the nerdy news?
Hit it.
All right, we have several things to talk about this episode, but no groundbreaking news, but lots of things I just want to get your guys' takes on. So, the first one, Disney Plus will start adding Hulu content as part of a one-app experience. So, since Disney acquired Hulu in 2019, it has bundled its own Disney Plus with Hulu. Now, Disney is one step closer to combining the two streaming services. In a Disney earnings call on Wednesday, CEO Bob Iger announced that the company will combine Disney Plus and Hulu content in a one-app experience by the end of 2023. Each service, however,
Hulu.
will remain available separately.
His knee.
And the combined app will launch in the US, and Disney will reveal more details at a later date. He also mentioned that the company will hike the price of its ad-free subscription plan, which currently costs $10.99 per month. But he did not specify what the price increase would be.
Of course not.
So, thoughts? I don't know. Thoughts?
I
Well,
think this was inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
they were always going to end up under one app, especially since the resounding opinion from everyone on the face of the planet is there are too many apps.
Yes, and this actually comes hot off the heels of that company, Warner Brothers, combining HBO and Discovery into one app.
Yeah.
Max.
But we always knew that was the plan.
Yeah.
Like they
Right.
said that during the merger announcement. But yeah, I mean, it's a good move logistically, but if you reduce the number of apps but increase the price of the apps that remain, I'm still spending too much money on apps. You dig?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
And-
all right.
No, what are you going to say, Jason?
No, that's all right. You go ahead.
No, because I was going to add on another variable to this. So if you have something to say it now.
Yeah. So okay. So there are two things. So to Josh's point, if it only increases the Disney price by 50%, opposed to paying for two, like Hulu's like $10 and Disney's $10, but for the two you pay $15.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's a little cheaper for the combined.
It's under the assumption that you watched both, though.
Right. No, I get that. And then also now on the negative side of this is that I read that Disney is going to start culling its lineup.
Thank you, Jason, for this segue.
Yes. Okay.
So-
You're welcome.
Disney will be yanking content from streaming as it rethinks its costs and strategy and is looking at a content impairment charge of $1.5 billion to $1.8 billion as it does. And I quote, "We are in the process of reviewing the content on our DTC services to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content creation," said CFO Christine McCarthy on the company's post-earnings call. She went on to say, "As a result, we will be removing certain content from our streaming platforms and currently expect to take an impairment charge of approximately $1.5 to $1.8 billion. The charge, which will not be recorded in our segment results, will be primarily recognized in the third quarter as we complete our review and remove the content."
I'm not
She did
familiar
not
with this
specify.
impairment charge.
I'm not
What
either.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she went on to say that they did not specify which programming was going to be on the chopping block.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, like, how Disney Plus has everything split up in the main franchises.
Right.
So, like, are we taking off a franchise or, like, different shows from each franchise or Hulu content?
So I was thinking it would be bold and definitely a PR nightmare, but I could kind of see them cutting MCU content
No, they
Because-
wouldn't cut that.
because
My
then
pearls.
because then people would still want to go buy that content separately. Kind of like Pixar movies and like old Disney movies.
Yeah.
Like they'll put them away in the vault because they know when they come back out of the vault, people are going to go bananas for them because they haven't had access to them. So
I'm calling it. There's going to be a big, like, Trapper Keeper size sale of all the MCU movies.
Yeah.
That they're going to release.
So, according to the Oxford English Dictionary,
he looked up the thing. Okay.
impairment is a reduction in the estimated or nominal value of an asset, which leads me to believe that by joining their apps and combining the content, they feel like ultimately it devalues what they have on there.
Hmm.
So a $1.5 to $1.8 billion impairment charge.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So my question though about all this is how much does it cost to actually maintain product, like streaming
Digital
product?
Well, you have to consider the rights aspect of it. So like if they're
Yeah.
putting something on there that
But
they
it's
don't
all
directly
Disney rights.
own.
Right.
So the only thing I could think of as a true cost would be two things: the actual hosting facility,
Yes.
Right.
so
Data
the
center
servers and everything like
Yeah.
that, and the electrical and
Yes.
the labor cost to maintain the facility.
Yep.
And then royalties.
Yes.
So all the writers get a royalty. Most of the producers get a royalty. And then I'm sure, especially for the MCU stuff, a lot of these actors get a royalty. I'm pretty sure RDJ gets like a penny every time you stream in-game or something like that. So I could see how that would work. But again, and I think that's where it starts coming into the impairment. Every time they combine these assets without dramatically increasing the price, you're fundamentally devaluing how much that content is worth.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I get it, but at the same time, I kind of feel like it's when a hospital charges you because of the cost of the MRI machine. That MRI machine has been paid off for 10 years. There's no cost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a cost because they say there's a cost. So I don't know. I don't know.
But thank you for looking it up.
Yeah.
Impairment cost.
All right, let's
smarter.
move into
Thank
our
you.
next story. Gotta be on it. All right, so our next
hold
one.
on. It was too quiet.
Oh,
it was too
gotta go.
quiet.
It was
louder.
quiet.
Gotta go.
It was
louder.
anemic.
All right.
There you
You're
go.
not gonna adjust volumes in post, right? So it's
Yeah, but it's for us.
for okay. All right. So our next story. This one is all rumor and leak based. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but we have our first info about the next Mortal Kombat game, codenamed Mortal Kombat 12, but it could potentially be Mortal Kombat 1.
A reboot?
A reboot. So following a tease from Mortal Kombat co-creator Ed Boon, rumors around Mortal Kombat 12 have already started circulating ahead of any official announcement from NetherRealm Studios. Days ago, Boon posted a short video of a ticking clock on Twitter counting down to something, and that something is most certainly Mortal Kombat 12. The clock almost reaches the 12th hour before the clock explosion rockets it ahead to land on 1. Today, another Twitter account associated with previous PSN leaks alleges that the next Grizzly fighter is titled Mortal Kombat 1, making that 1 in Boon's video seem a little more significant. Other details coming out from this leak is that it will be on all current generation consoles. It will retail for $70. There will be some collector's editions, and it will be a complete reboot of the original Mortal Kombat game.
For it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that.
The fun part are some of the rumored characters.
Ooh, I haven't seen that. Who do you got?
Oh, so it looks like Homelander
Right.
from The Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, Peacemaker from Peacemaker.
So knowing the characters they've put in over the past couple of games, those totally
They have been
make sense.
DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those totally make sense.
Like that fits. That is a
Right.
believable rumor.
Right. So you can finally have Superman in there in a way that fits the game by having Homelander there.
Ooh, that'd be
Because
good.
what
that's
if they
essentially
add- What if they add both Superman and Homelander and you can battle them?
that would be fun though.
Be sick.
I just don't see I don't see them putting Superman in a Mortal Kombat game.
they've been putting we had Joker.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
We had
They
Ronda
did,
Rousey.
Jason's just saying that Superman doesn't fit.
I see what he's saying.
The milieu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rambo did.
Yeah.
It's
Have you ever seen
violent-
a Rambo movie?
Yeah, it's violent. I mean, yeah. Terminator. That fit? Violent.
Okay.
if you put Superman into a Mortal Kombat game again, like one of his combos has to be that he quietly tries to talk you down.
Right.
You don't want to
yeah,
use
the- Right. It's one of the finalities?
Fatalities.
Is that right? Fatalities.
Fatalities.
Jesus.
Have you had a
Oh my
stroke?
goodness.
Are
Okay.
you okay?
Is the truth and justice diplomatic discussion?
I never played Injustice. Wasn't he violent in that though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but that was
the way that's an alternate Earth.
So just use the ultimate.
It's not-
I just want to see Superman in Mortal Kombat. I'm just saying.
Yeah, put him in
So
a
you
black.
could say the Injustice Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll compromise.
Right.
So anyway,
And the reason why and I think they have done some crossovers between the two because it's the same company.
so the thing that started all of this was Mortal Kombat versus DC. Like that was a full-fledged game.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a full crossover. between the Mortal Kombat characters and the DC characters. And it did so well that NetherRealm begged DC to just let them do a Mortal Kombat DC game, and it became Injustice.
Right. Which is phenomenal. Both of them, Injustice and Injustice 2. Great games. Good
1,000%.
stories, too.
Yeah. But anyway, Mortal Kombat 1.
Woo! Yeah,
I'm for it. 1,000%, mostly because the last game had a ton of characters and I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, it would be nice
it's
to kind of get back to the OG
roster was
lineup.
almost too big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're becoming like Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would give
Kill them all.
anything.
I mean, catch them all.
I would give anything for a Pokemon game that had 150 Pokemon again.
Yeah.
Like the original 150. 152, because you got to have Mew and Mewtwo.
Are we done? Okay.
Yeah, let's move into our next story. So we have 2 CW things to talk about. The first, well, actually, they're both about cancellations, which is
It's been a while.
just sad.
That's not a surprise.
So, according
CW
to
is canceled.
according to the Hollywood Reporter, both the Winchesters and Kung Fu have been canceled by the CW and won't return for the 2023-2024 television season. And I quote, "As we reimagine the new CW, we had to make some tough programming decisions," the network said of the decision. They continuing to say, "We thank our partners at Warner Brothers and the casts and creative teams of Kung Fu's and the Winchesters for all their hard work, creativity, and dedication." Yes, it's very sad.
So
Very sad.
I have no clue what either one of those are.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
The Winchesters was a Supernatural spinoff. It was actually
Because 15 seasons wasn't enough.
produced, and like the showrunner was Jensen Ackles, and he actually narrated the series. It was actually about the origin story of their parents.
Okay.
It kind of seems stupid, which is why I never watched it, and it's probably why it got canceled. I have no idea what Kung Fu was. But
I believe it's a martial art.
that
Didn't.
sounds right.
So,
that sounds right.
Kung Fu was a remake of a show from the 70s starring David Carradine.
Oh, Carradine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize it was that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
The decision to cancel these shows comes after Nexstar Media Group purchased the CW in October of 2022. In April 2023, only one scripted show was renewed, All American, for a new season, while several others, All American Homecoming, Gotham Knights, Kung Fu, which is now canceled, Superman and Lois, Walker Independence, and The Winchesters, which is now canceled, were left in a state of limbo. But further updates have come out since this article has been published that I'm reading from. Comicbookreporter.com, actually no, another Hollywood Reporter article, cites that CW is likely going to chop either Superman and Lois or Gotham Knights from their fall schedule. So either Superman and Lois or Gotham Knights is going to be canceled.
I mean, that's an
Gotham
easy
Knights.
choice. Yeah.
I mean,
okay, I cannot say this enough. If you are not watching Superman and Lois, you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yes, it is so good.
So something to consider, apparently, reading further down this article.
Gotham Knights is a dumpster fire.
Of the two shows, Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights, Superman and Lois enjoys the bigger audience. However, Gotham Knights is reportedly much cheaper to produce.
Yeah, let's make sure we keep making the cheap garbage that no one is even watching.
Yeah.
It's all about the bottom line, man.
Yeah.
it's quantity over quality.
Oh, yeah. So, one of those is most likely going to be canceled soon, if not both. Maybe both. We don't know. So, yeah, CW, all of a sudden, nothing to watch. Are they even a channel anymore?
No, I mean, like,
Well-
it's you read about it every few months is the talks of CW is probably going under.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
So,
Is it?
I really don't.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked. 2025. By 2025, CW will be gone. Or, and I could see them doing this, they will completely retool it to be like nothing but reality TV.
Oh, we have too much of that.
Or what if it starts to fall under the Max umbrella?
I don't think they because what does it bring them? There's no value to it.
I
The
I don't
only
know.
the only show they have is Superman and Lois, which they already put on HBO Max, and then like Walker,
Yeah.
which
What
if
is
it wasn't
Walker?
for Jared Padalecki fans, no one would watch it.
Accurate.
I don't even.
Those
know
are
what
the
that
only
is.
people watching it.
It's
don't
the
know.
reboot of Walker, Texas Ranger, but with Jared Padalecki instead of Chuck Norris. It's like in that.
Do they also speed up the footage of his karate in this?
I think they do actually. I remember seeing some previews, and I'm pretty sure they did. I think it's on like its third season now. Like it's been out for a couple.
It's lasted longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
but it's also I think more because CW has nothing else going on.
Yep,
gotcha.
It is the least terrible show on this.
I feel like they've been struggling since conception. You know,
right? I've had the same sense about it.
Yeah,
really.
It's like they tried. Like I remember the WB Frog.
Yeah,
like introing the CW times on TV, and I was like, "What is this?"
Their heyday was when every show in the Arrowverse was going at the same time. That was their peak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it's just been slowly dying. Like they should just kill it.
Didn't they also come out at the same time as the Paramount Network, which did fail? Do you remember that? Or UPN? UPN? United Paramount Network.
I don't know.
Anyway, I seem to think CW and UPN came out at like around the same time, and UPN fell apart because that's what Voyager was being shown on. Was the Paramount Network UPN?
Oh boy.
Yep. Which, I mean, anyway,
that is beyond my knowledge. I don't know.
Well, that's why there's 4 of us.
There you go. Moving into our next story.
I can feel it petering. So
Dungeons and Dragons is getting a very own streaming channel. So after the film Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves became a hit, topping $200 million at the worldwide box office, Hasbro wants more. Hasbro.
That was it?
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. 200 million was it?
Yes. I don't know. Fact check me. That's what the
200 million.
That can't be.
That just seems so low.
It does seem relatively low for a worldwide, right? But they're considering it a hit, so who knows?
Someone spelled dungeon. No, I got it.
Someone spelled dungeon.
Dungeon.
Lieutenant.
You're actually, Dungeon. I don't like that.
But it works.
That's how I figured out conscience. It's conscience.
Conscience. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just go to Wikipedia.
I'm with you. Wednesday.
Boom.
Yeah.
Right.
I was born in February.
February.
Still hard to say.
I can't even say it, slowing it down. So
I want to know why there's an R in there. Why? What's the point?
February.
So you're not supposed to say the R. February.
Well, no. I mean
February.
Right.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
No,
done.
I mean, the R is there. I mean, so I assume you're supposed to pronounce it.
Have you not found the answer yet?
Well, I mean, it's all old articles.
Just go to Wikipedia.
Do you want the number from April 3rd?
Go to Wikipedia. It's in the sidebar.
Sidebar.
Yeah. Find it faster than you. Hold on.
Wow.
We're not cutting this. We're leaving all this in. We're vamping. Christian vamp. Pronounce more things.
So we're watching there, like Josh is looking at his phone and Corey's looking at his computer, and they're both furiously looking to find out who could get the information quicker. And Corey looks like he's about to talk.
Wikipedia does say
203 million.
Wow.
On a budget of 150.
That was retrieved from IMDb as of today, actually.
That's a hit.
But is it though? Because marketing,
right? They did a lot of marketing for this movie.
Yeah. But they're considering it a hit.
Okay, so for all of you who haven't seen this movie yet, you need to go see it. Yeah. Go spend they need to have a better return on this. They've earned it.
It was surprisingly really.
Isn't it also on digital already? So maybe that's kind of
you can
stream it. It's a refreshing.
I bought it on the Voodoos.
Yeah.
It's a refreshing. It feels refreshing. Like it's a to be redundant, a breath of fresh air, if you will.
all the people who made the movie, not actors, but like production team, are making a spin-off TV show for Paramount Plus that has been ordered straight to series.
And it is?
Wow.
A Dungeons and Dragons show?
It will have 8 episodes.
Cool. Okay.
With the same cast?
No, that's what I said. Not with the cast. But like all the people who made the movie are making the show.
Well, interesting. That was not even the story I was bringing up. So,
right.
Bonus. Hasbro wants more. Hasbro-owned production company E1 announced on Thursday that it is launching a new free ad-supported streaming television channel dedicated to the widely popular role-playing tabletop game Dungeons and Dragons. Variety was the first to cover the announcement. So, a 24-hour fast channel is set to launch this summer and will feature original programming based on campaigns played by content creators, third-party content from top influencers, as well as older stuff like the 1983 animated Dungeons & Dragons series.
That's kind of fun. I wonder about the amount of content available for this channel, but it sounds fun.
Josh is over here.
I see why.
More
well,
information.
no, I see why they consider it so successful. So, so the demographic you always want is males ages like late teens to early 30s, because we buy the most swag and merchandise and stuff like that.
I'm not part of the we anymore, but keep going.
How does it feel?
Technically, you guys aren't either.
Yeah, not either.
If you want to out yourself,
Okay,
man,
it's just horrible. I'm part of a demographic that's no longer catered to.
People
So-
still call me 25, so I'm cool.
So the estimated demographics of the audience that went to see it, 61% were male, 63% between the ages of 18 and 34. So it was literally the exact demographic that everyone who makes movies wants to get.
Huh.
Because we will watch the series. We will buy the merchandise. We
So
will.
does that mean that my tastes are immature for my age?
Yes.
Or you were
Okay.
just cooler than their test audiences.
I like that answer better, Josh. Stick that in your podcast and smoke it.
There it is. That should be the t-shirt. Or a t-shirt.
A-
We're making t-shirts.
All right,
We're
I
making
actually have to
t-shirts.
attribute that one to my sister. She said that to me on the phone once, and I'm like, I have to use that.
So yeah, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, there's going to be an entire 24-hour streaming channel of all of that various content coming soon this summer. Moving into our next story. This is a fun one. It is along the tech realm of things, which is not something we cover very often on this podcast, but when we do, it's always a fun one. So, Wendy's, the restaurant, is testing an AI chatbot that takes your drive-thru order. The fast food chain is partnering with Google to train an AI model that knows what biggie bags and JBC mean. This is actually an article from TheVerge.com. Wendy's is partnering with Google to create an AI chatbot that can take orders at its drive-thru, as reported earlier by the Wall Street Journal. The fast food chain has plans to bring its first Wendy's Fresh AI-enabled drive-thru to a Columbus, Ohio restaurant in June. The chatbot will be able to take verbal orders from customers who line up at the Wendy's drive-thru kiosks, as well as all with the hope that it will help reduce long wait times. Wendy's worked with Google to build a tailored chatbot on top of the company's existing large language model, which it's bound to reveal updates about at its Google I/O event this past Wednesday. So, AI taking over our restaurants.
I feel like if anyone's ever been to Wendy's, the drive-thru is not the problem. It's the people inside.
Which is why they're replacing them with AI.
I mean, if they want to make AI cook as well, that'd be great. I was about to say, is the AI going to respond to you snarky too, just to keep the feel?
Do you mean snarky like the drive-through operator, or snarky like their Twitter account? What are we talking here?
Oh, just like the operators that you find
Okay.
generally in Wendy's drive-thru.
I see.
The one that's been there for 15 hours and is over it.
I haven't had horrible experiences. With
Yeah,
Man, what Wendy's are you going to, man?
I'm like, I went to the one on the Madison Boulevard there, and they seemed pretty fine when I went.
So, I'm actually
No.
vehemently against all of this. Like I'm
okay.
As someone whose job could be considerably accomplished by AI. I don't know why you're laughing. Your entire job could be done by AI. So I don't know, man. Like this is this is the first real life example of, oh, you want to be paid fairly? Screw you, I'll get a robot to do it.
Well, actually, the first one was McDonald's coming out with those kiosks inside their stores.
Yeah.
And there was ultimately people bringing it out to you.
Yeah, but this
that was it.
This is more overt, and it's replacing
The actual
an
interaction.
actual person with
Yeah.
artificial intelligence, like an artificial entity.
Yeah.
And you know what?
mean, it's fascinating.
This is how Terminator starts. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
this
It's
is
gonna
the
start
birth
in
of
Wendy's.
Skynet. Yeah,
I was in that for years. So as soon as they had that robot do a backflip, I was like, wow, it's over.
The Boston Dynamics
Yes.
robot, isn't it? Yeah, that's a
It's
crazy
over.
thing.
All I
Right.
know is that thing is way more athletic than I am.
Yeah.
All right. And like a grizzly bear, it doesn't get tired. So
It's going to keep on running, just taking you down. It's mowing us all down.
now I'm going to have a nightmare about the Boston Dynamics robot with like a Wendy's wig chasing
Yes.
me down.
Just one spicy nug at a time.
So
Now, oh, go ahead, Corey. You
I
haven't
was
said
going
much.
to say,
Go
I
ahead.
love that we kept the agenda secret from you guys because I know what the next article is, and I cannot wait to see how you guys react to this one, knowing that you're afraid of robots. So, what were you going to say,
So
Jason?
I was going to say, so the flip side of this is that
the other side of the burger.
in the last couple, the other, right, yes. In the last couple of years, I think that the public has become much more horrible to deal with if you are a sales associate or working in fast food. Like
Yes.
the public's overall patience with anything has decreased dramatically, and they are becoming intolerant of anything.
Yes.
So
just
I
everyone
like the
thinks they're
idea.
the main character.
Yes.
Like
Right. So
everybody.
I
thinks
like
they're
the idea.
Not everyone is Rocket.
Right. But
Sorry,
I like the
bringing it back to
idea
Guardians.
that they'll find that they'll have like a somewhat human sounding or human type of interaction where they can yell at it all they want, and the Wendy side of it won't bother them at all. Like,
So I'm going to retort that by saying
Yeah.
all that does is encourage people to not restrain themselves.
well, or they realize that I see what you're saying, but on my perspective is they're not going to have an effect on anybody, so it loses all steam whatsoever.
Hmm.
So they're
I think you underestimate the crappiness of humankind. I think this is literally going to be practice for people to be more terrible.
Because you might
Okay.
also have that one drive-through real person, and then like that person coming from the pleasant AI, and then have an unpleasant person handing you your food. Boom.
right.
If
Discourse.
anything, I
Yeah.
think the drive-through people should be more rude.
Yeah.
I think some people need to be put in their place, and having someone who makes $12 an hour yell at you puts you in your place real quick. Just
And be
Right.
supported by their management.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate seeing people treat fast food restaurant workers and retail workers the way that they've been treated. I despise it.
Because I can see it already. Like they're training AI to learn what a biggie bag is, and the first time an order is wrong, it's the real person's fault, not the AI's fault.
Yeah.
Dude, they literally gave you what you asked for.
So we're back to square one with the whole thing, you know?
That actually will be cool because they can be like, okay, let's read back the transcript. Let's go.
Right. Or let's just here's the recording of you saying it.
That actually is how it works.
Yeah.
So where does it say it?
Yeah, all it is voice to text.
As soon as the
Yeah.
chatbot takes a customer's order, it will appear on the screen for line cooks. A worker will then hand completed meals to customers at the pickup window, just like any other order. And Wendy's is working with Google to make sure that the AI is brushed up on some of Wendy's lingo, such as knowing that a milkshake translates to a Frosty and that a JBC is short for Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. So,
So how I guess the next of course. Okay, moving on.
you got transitions. No, what were you going to say?
No, we're good. I think that was funny. We should just move on.
All right, so this next story is not going to make you guys feel any better. So, Chinese
Great.
researchers claim to have successfully conducted the world's first brain-computer interface experiment on a monkey,
Stop.
showcasing China's BCI technological breakthrough. This development encourages the application of brain science research and demonstrates that China is allegedly at the forefront of the white-hot technology war between China and the U.S.
No, we're
All
gonna
right,
have
hold
a-
on. Screw Skynet. This is how Planet of the Apes starts.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna have communist Caesar powering Skynet. This is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds
I-
terrible.
I read a similar article where through chat or through the chat GPT
T.
AI and connecting to these similar type of machines that they're able to record dreams.
Yes, I almost put that on the
Yes.
agenda, but I did not.
Right, but it's a very similar article.
Yeah.
Which means
So
we're
we're
getting
definitely
super
seeing-
close to Inception.
Yes.
Right.
Basically.
It's fascinating, but also terrifying.
Christopher Nolan literally tried to warn us about this.
I mean,
James Cameron has been doing nothing but warning us
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
He's been warming us to the warning.
Yes,
Yes.
easing it in there.
So yeah, potentially some really smart monkeys.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's,
Dude, I
there's
mean,
like
they're pretty smart already.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like 9 movies about why this is a bad idea. Like it's not an insignificant amount of movies.
And that was
Right.
fiction back then. Now we're trying to make it real.
No, it was
Like,
science
how
fiction
about-
back then. Now it's becoming science fact.
Science fact.
Right. You're gonna put the thing up? You should be.
Science fact.
So that's really all there is about that one. So monkeys, yeah, smart monkeys coming. Give me. Was that a transition or is that?
That was a transition.
Sure. All right. Do it again. We have 2 more things. So this one is hot off the presses as of this recording. So Beetlejuice 2 is adding Willem Dafoe to the cast alongside Michael Keaton and Jenna
Ooh, Willem.
Ortega. So, woohoo! You guys like
I
Beetlejuice?
believe
I mean, yeah, I loved Beetlejuice
Yeah.
back in the day.
Beetlejuice is great.
Okay.
Um,
Still
I
not
mean-
a fan.
I mean, what does it say? What he's doing?
No.
So I'm trying to think of the other
I
movie.
believe they're
No.
also adding a Bond girl as Beetlejuice's wife. Monica Bellucci is
Oh
going to be
yeah,
Beetlejuice's wife
Which
in this.
Bond girl was that?
She was in the one before No Time to Die.
Quantum of Solace.
No, come on, man.
she's also
I always forget the name of this one.
Deadpool's girlfriend.
No, that's
No,
Marina Baccarin.
That's
Oh.
from
She was the.
Give me a plot.
She was the wife of Scaramanga, who Bond pushes out of the helicopter in the opening sequence of. Can't remember the name of the movie. The one.
Spectre?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on.
Yes. Yes. Fun fact about Spectre.
Okay. Ready for it?
So the opening of the film takes place in Mexico City
Okay.
during the parade festival
Yeah.
for the Day of the Dead.
Yes.
There is a festival for Day of the Dead in Mexico. It's kind of a big deal,
But the movie
Right.
invented it.
but there's no parade.
Oh.
The movie made a parade,
Oh, okay.
and it became so popular, and so many people came to the festival expecting there to be a parade that now they do a parade for Day of the Dead because of a James Bond movie.
I thought there was a
Oh.
festival.
There's a
Prior to
festival, but
that.
there was not a big parade.
I'm sorry. I thought there was a parade prior to that.
Well, everyone did,
Oh,
but there isn't.
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
they
knew that
made
Yeah.
fiction reality.
Thanks,
Correct.
Thanks, America.
one. And
London, technically.
Mm.
England.
word on the street.
For England, James.
Word on the street is that Star Wars may one day be as big as James Bond.
I think it was one of the premier producers of our time that said that, Kathleen Kennedy.
A visionary, really.
We all
Vision-
hope
right,
one
yeah.
day, you know.
Right.
So yeah, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe. Dafoe.
Jenna Ortega.
So
Yeah,
Willem
she's just in
Dafoe, I
everything
could see
now.
him playing some sort of somebody from Beetlejuice's side, like some sort of demon or paranormal
Dead
character.
person. Yeah.
Right. That'd be my
Actually,
guess.
one other note from Beetlejuice's production is that
Calling it, she plays Beetlejuice's daughter.
probably
Okay.
Write it down.
Winona Ryder's daughter.
Child. Yeah.
Hmm.
Write it down.
Beetlejuice 2 is being released September 6th of 2024, taking over the date from Marvel's Blade, which was shut down due to the writer's strike.
It's not a real movie. It's never going to come out.
But
They don't know how to make it
is.
work.
They very blandly teased it in a very bland MCU movie called The Eternals.
They literally didn't even get him in costume. You just heard his voice.
Yeah, he was off screen. That could have been literally anyone.
They don't even.
Right.
I didn't even know it was Blade until someone told me it was Blade. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like in the
Yeah.
captions. If you have the captions turned on, it
Yeah.
says Blade.
Blade.
Are you sure about
Right.
that?
Like, it's not a real movie.
And I'm
not a
sorry,
real
both the way that they introduced Blade and then the way that they mentioned, I guess, the Black Knight. Is that who?
Yeah.
The other guy was supposed to. They're
Jon Snow.
the way that they did the Blade, and then how far off the beaten path the Dark Knight is, or the Black Knight is. That was just a poor execution, period, for both of those. Like I didn't know what the heck I was watching for the end credits.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
it's more for the insider comic book readers,
It shouldn't be
right?
that off base.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like-
because they're running out of the mainstream stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Then quit making movies.
Which,
done.
actually, going back to Secret Invasion, a quote, I forget who said it, a report came out today saying that Secret Invasion is going to be for MCU fans as well as non-Marvel fans. So it's going to be a little bit more open audience.
Accessible.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Nice.
Josh
Still don't care.
Thought that might get Josh, but
I'm
okay.
just over
All right, let's move into one more story. And this one's for me. So it was announced, I think, last year that Jack Ryan over on Amazon was ending after 2 more seasons, which just made no freaking sense to me.
John
Because,
Krasinski wants to do other stuff, man.
yeah, but he had not become president yet. His story's not over.
You're never going to get the full Jack
I'm
Ryan
just saying.
thing.
I'm just saying. But
Is this
anyway,
the John Krasinski one?
yes.
Yeah, he's got to do an Office reboot.
I hope not.
He had to
So-
wrap it up because he's still going to be Reed Richards.
So the first of those 2 seasons to wrap this TV series up came out last December. But all of a sudden, surprise announcement, the last season is airing this June 30th. So they're shoving out these last 2 seasons as fast as possible, which just makes me sad.
What's not going on this summer?
I was hoping I could hold on a little bit longer.
Do you think there's a reason that they're shoving them out like this? Like,
No.
don't know. Don't have any speculation.
Unless
Nothing.
maybe this is like making room sooner rather than later for the Ding Chavez follow-up show, but
How much you want to bet they're going to put this out? It runs through the summer, and then right around the time it ends, leading into fall, that's when we get season 2 of Reacher.
well, I also maybe
It's the lead-in for Reacher.
I also know that Ding
Yeah.
Chavez, I forget his name, the actor, was in the Ant-Man movies. Michael Pena.
Pena.
It has been announced that his Ding Chavez character will be appearing in this final seasons of Jack Ryan. So maybe,
Well, it would be a very good spinoff if he wasn't.
so maybe this is going to be acting as the backdoor pilot to lead to his show that's coming out sooner than we think. So, or
Any
directing
chance
thing.
that they would wrap up the Jack Ryan storyline with like a movie after the series ends?
Maybe. Amazon is about, like, I know they're doing that with Tomb Raider, apparently.
Yeah.
Doing a movie and TV series, so
Yeah.
it's possible.
I
I
mean,
hope so. I just want more Jack Ryan, man.
you want one actor's Jack Ryan storyline to complete.
And like the thing with the Jack Ryan books is that he basically gets a gigantic promotion every single book until he eventually becomes the president of the United States. And
Which
like,
is an
so
election,
far-
not a promotion, but yeah.
Well, everyone else died. He
Yeah, he kind of got there by accident.
Oh, never mind. He did get promoted.
You know how they talk about the sum of all fears?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's summed up
okay.
all right.
I gotcha.
No, but like with this series, it's been 3 seasons now. He hasn't really had promotions. He's just kind of the same job that he started off with.
So the first Jack Ryan was in The Hunt for Red October, and that was Alec Baldwin, right?
Correct.
Red October.
Yes.
Okay. And then we
It's
had
a duel
Harrison Ford.
between two adversaries.
Yeah. Then the more popular one was Harrison Ford for 2 movies.
Right. And then Ben Affleck.
Correct. For 1 movie, Some of All Fears.
Right. And then we had John Krasinski.
No, and then we had Chris Pine for 1 movie,
That's right. That's
Everyone
right. I
forgets
forgot
that
about that
one.
one.
Yeah.
which was actually a pretty good movie. He was an okay Jack Ryan.
That is all right.
It was just a little bit more not cyberpunk. It was more about cybercrime than anything, which is kind of weird. But
Okay.
he was a good Jack Ryan.
Okay.
And
Then John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And none of them have done a complete Jack Ryan arc.
No,
No, I mean,
Yeah.
they would have to go through like 12 books, dude.
I'm just saying.
How about this? Scrap that.
Okay,
Go back to Jason Bourne.
whatever happened to Jason Bourne?
Exactly.
Matt Damon turned 55. That's what happened to Jason Bourne.
What movie is he going to be in? He plays a military officer.
He's an Oppenheimer. He's the general in
Oppenheimer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's kind of starting to look a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the trailer for Air. He was looking pretty dated.
Yeah, but no, it was Oppenheimer is the one I was thinking of though.
Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap us up for episode number 57. Hopefully we kept this one short. We'll see what happens in post. So, as I mentioned in our pre-show, we don't have too much coming up these next few weeks, but some big stuff coming out in June and July, so be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. And also our additional videos where we do reviews and things outside of our usual Tuesday show.
Oh, Tenant. Denzel's son.
What was his name?
John David Washington.
See, I was right.
That's probably gonna
Yeah, you're right.
I was probably going to cut that segment, so thank you for bringing that back around. If you are listening on podcast, don't forget, we are now on YouTube, where we are putting exclusive content now. So if you want the full Eat Sleep Nerd experience, go to YouTube, youtube.com/@eatsleepnerd. And don't forget to click that subscribe button and leave some comments. We could
Ring that bell.
We need all of that engagement.
Ring our
Please.
bell.
Hit the share button.
Ring our bell.
Yeah, share us.
Share.
Share the love.
Share.
Right.
It goes all the way around. This flat
Like a
Earth.
big hug. Like big arms around.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very, very lovely.
Right.
Very, very cozy.
You never say much
People
in the
who
outros.
people who have listened to this podcast has told us this is a good podcast. Like
Of course, they
we're
would say
doing
that.
some. I mean,
Hey, bro, listen to your
I'm like-
podcast.
We haven't had anyone say that's a bad podcast. So.
right? We haven't. Yeah, it's not like, hey man, you guys should probably be doing something else. Nobody has said that yet. So
Y'all should stop.
And we had a very lovely, very awesome review left, a 5-star review left on an Apple podcast recently. I don't have it pulled up, but it was awesome. Alabama, who was it? Alabama Pines? Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama Pines.
Yeah, whoever you
Yeah.
are. Thank you for your very lovely words.
Appreciate
You were
that.
awesome.
yes, thank you.
Be like Alabama Pines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Leave comments, and I'm pretty sure that they shared. I'm gonna make that assumption.
I'm gonna make that assumption. All right.
Absolutely,
Because
Yes.
they're awesome.
Yeah.
right.
Be like Alabama Pines. Do the
Right.
work. But in the meantime, look out for episode number 58. And Jason, before next Tuesday, what should nerds be doing?
Nerds should be doing the same thing they should be doing every week.
Okay.
Eat, sleep, nerd.
Take it easy, people.